Have you ever heard a court case like this?
That's another 3. That's another 93. That's another 93.
If you can believe it, it's just for a misdemeanor trespassing charge. This is Daryl Jarrell, the defendant, and this is Judge Cedric Simpson, who you may recognize from another of his court cases that went viral.
Mr. Harris, are you driving? This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving.
Yeah, Judge Simpson can't quite catch a break, can he? He sets a court date in September for Jarrell, and apparently that was the last straw.
This is you know what? No. I'm gonna tell you what. You don't come. You don't. Okay.
He was out of order in court, and you can't get away with just talking, especially the judge like that. That's ridiculous.
And it continued as the bailiff hauled Jarrell away.
That's another 93. That's 6 93s.
How do you think the judge handled it?
Pretty good. I mean, hopefully he resents some of that time, but you read what you saw.
Judge Simpson quickly moves on to the next case, Keith Jenkins, who watched the entire debacle.
I just seen it. How you doing, Your Honor? How you doing, sir? Oh, man.
I'm doing great.
At least he can laugh it off. Jarrell's attorney did not return my call. In Washtenaw County, Scott Walczak, Fox.
Man, let me tell you something. Some people, they just don't give a damn. They just don't give a damn. Like, come on, man. All you had to do for a misdemeanor trespassing charge, you could have probably been out. He probably would have been like, you know what? I'm going to release you on your own reconnaissance and everything, blah, 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 blah. Just come back to court. But no, he wants to be an idiot. But I think personally, and this is just me, I could be wrong. I think that the reason why he did that was because possibly he's homeless. And he figured that, well, you know what? In jail, I get 3 hots in the cot. So instead of me being on the street, especially it's getting, going to be cold. So what's that? Michigan, I know it gets cold because Michigan is close to Canada. So he's probably like, shoot, you know what? Forget it. All right. I'll do my time. That's probably what I feel. Because for him to get 693 days, let's just think about that. If my math is correcting me, so 6 times 9, what's that? 54. So that's 540 days right then and there. And then 3 times 6 is 18. So what's that? 558 days if my math is correct. I think so, just off the top of my head. So that's a year and a half that he's gonna be back to see the judge. And I think that Judge Simpson, he's a lenient judge, so he's probably going to kind of claw back some of that time. But dang, that's crazy. And shout out to the young brother. He was like, listen, Your Honor, whatever you say, Your Honor. He was very respectful. And I know he was shocked because he was like, it ain't gonna be me. I love my freedom. Shoot, I'm trying to just do what I gotta do, figure out what I can do to stay out of jail. Shoot, but that guy, nah, I don't know. And shout out to the lawyer right there. She was in the other case. No, I don't know. Women with glasses, man, they be getting me, man. She got that little, little nerdy type look. Nerd in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Let me stop. But yeah, man, that's just crazy, guys. That's just crazy. That it's amazing how some people can be, how some people feel that they can talk to a person that literally has your freedom in their hands. What is wrong with you? But that's how it be, and some people are like that. Well, it is what it is. He gonna do his time. Let's see what happens after. When he comes back, he'll probably be much better. I'm like, sorry, Your Honor. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was just going through withdrawals of crack, Your Honor. Possibly. Who knows? But we'll see what happens.